Hello and welcome to the Talk Night podcast. So before we get into it, just like to say, please support your local music artists. I picked up this Ashley Stacey CD. These are £10 and genuinely it is incredible. One of my favourite albums of the year. Also got myself some Michael Vickers CDs. These aren't expensive and the quality, the music on these is better than half the stuff you're hearing out there these days. So do your bit. Let's try and keep music alive. So let's get into it. So in a week where Johnny Marr and Liam Gallagher have spoken out about saving the music industry, we have to ask, where are all the other big artists? The industry means a lot to all of us, but mainly those at the top. And many artists have found a way to balance the dominoes of their career, you could say. But few really use their platform to make a difference for the next generation. But one individual who claims to be a generational talent is Matty Healy. I mean, we all know who he is. Frontman of the 1975, very outspoken in his issues towards trans rights and sexuality. And, he's got a huge list of things that he supposedly stands up for. But the question is, does he really? Because Mr. Healy is a man who likes to use his platform to create a voice. And his voice is very much, this is what I've done. This is me. This is what I stand for. But during the pandemic, he has been non-existent. Except the times he has been cancelled. But, I mean, when disaster struck this year, he has been nowhere to be found. Was he on his way to Downing Street to help with the protests over George Floyd? Nah. Did he organise anything online? Was he trying to create a platform? Was he offering anything for his fans? Nah. He's one of these people who talks the talk, but they don't ever walk the walk. I know it's an old saying, but it's very true because his soul isn't made for hardship and controversy. And he just disappeared into the darkness when controversy showed itself. And you can't do that if you're claiming to be one of the biggest in the world. You can't. And other I'm not just going to sit here learning to Matt Healy for 5 minutes, as much as I'd like to, because other high-profile names have done the same. Van McCann and Liam Frey. What have they done? Absolutely nothing. I mean, Arctic Monkeys have never really had the biggest online presence on social media when it comes to speaking out or being flamboyant, but at least they donated one of Alex's guitars, which raised over £125,000 for the lead mill. At least they're doing something, whereas you've got Ian Brown of the Stone Roses scaremongering all over Twitter, making himself look like an absolute clown and ruining the reputation he's made for himself. I just don't understand. I mean, you've got him from Manchester making himself look like an absolute tit, tarnishing everything he's created. Then you have Tim Burgess of the Charlatans doing something great. Listening parties. He's kept music alive during the pandemic. He's donated his campaign to save venues in Manchester. And Liam Frey's done nothing. He's supposed to love Manchester. He goes on about Manchester all the time. Oh, Fallowfield Hillbilly. You're a fucking Fallowfield Hillbilly, pal. Alright? You haven't done anything. It's incredibly disappointing that artists who we all look up to and idolise just don't seem to be bothered, who don't want to give back to the people who helped make them. Because that's it. I mean, personally, don't work in a bar, don't work in a music venue. Obviously, I do the podcast, but I feel like the podcast gives more back to our upcoming artists than these big bands have done recently, We're only a tiny platform. I mean, imagine if, for example, Liam Frey just did a live stream. We said it during the Blackout Tuesday stream that we did. That wasn't enough, just posting a black image. And other over everything closing, and they're doing even less. You know, I just don't understand. It's almost like they've forgotten their roots. It really is. It really is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know this video won't be seen by many, but there's the off chance that one of these high profile musicians sees it. Please, just do something. You know, we're not asking for much. Just please do something to save the venues, to save the arts, to save the places and the industry which helped create you where you wouldn't be, where you had to stay without. So, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments. And thanks for watching. This has been Todd's Night Podcast. Cheers.